course you keep getting in these toxic, unhealthy relationships. Of course you aren't the person you want to be. Of course you don't know where to start when it comes to healing. You can't even be alone. You have to always be scrolling. Like, that makes so much sense because, girl, if you don't know who you are, you can't know how to help yourself. If you don't know who you are, how the fuck are you going to help yourself? You can't. You can't help yourself if you don't even know who it is that you're helping. I used to literally be so codependent on everybody in my life. I had to be around someone all the time, and if I wasn't, it was panicking, FOMO. Oh my god, I just call it FOMO because I'm like, oh, I don't want to be sad. No, girl, you just don't want to be alone. I was just so afraid to be in my own thoughts because I didn't want to come to terms with what was going on here. So of course I was fucking depressed and had no self-identity because I would just scroll on TikTok or go on Pinterest and be like, oh my god, I like this photo, I like this aesthetic, what is this aesthetic? And then I look up and then again, I was so obsessed with aesthetics. Every month new aesthetic, every month new aesthetic. What the fuck? No, I had no self-identity. I was just this new person. I was whatever aesthetic was trending at the time or whatever I thought was cool. And whatever my boyfriend wanted me to be at the time, or the guy that I liked, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna become the girl that he wants me to be, or his type. I can't believe I did that. It's like so embarrassing. I've changed myself so many times for men. Why? It's like, what benefit do I get out of it? Being laid? Maybe. I was gonna get laid anyways. Like, let's be honest. I had my identity crisis and my abandonment issues, and that is what made this terrible spiral of Gabby, who had no self-identity, who couldn't be alone. Like, I'm a fucking introvert. I always thought I was an extrovert, but I'm actually an introvert. The fuck? Like, I don't like being around people for too long. If I'm around people like for a few times a week, I'm like, fuck no, I'm not talking to anybody for like 2 weeks. I find it even exhausting sometimes to just text people. Like, I'm just like, sometimes I'm just like so tired and emotionally exhausted from my own shit that I'm dealing with that I don't have the time or energy to deal with yours. Sorry. Like, I'm sorry. And this is the truth. How are you going to achieve your goals this year? Your 2021 aspirations, even if they're in your head, you've got them. How are you going to achieve any of them if you don't even know who you are? Like, you can't actually start anywhere because you don't have a self-identity. And we're gonna get into that. Like, I've got this video coming out on Friday and you're gonna fucking love it and you're gonna fucking listen to it. Because literally, it will give you advice that you can do short term.
Because I feel like everyone does advice long term, like, oh, here's advice, here's some vague phrases and words, and just makes you feel better in the short term, but then you listen and you're like, hang on, I just listened to an hour podcast and I'm in the same boat as I was before.
The fuck? That's how I feel every time I listen to a self-help video. So I'm like, no, short term, 3 things that you can do this week, this month, today is in that podcast. I really, really, really want you to become the person that you needed when you were younger. And that is literally what the episode's called. It's called Becoming the Person You Needed When You Were Younger. Because we are going to become our own therapists. We still need psychologists. We still need therapy. But we are going to become our own therapists. That is what my whole fucking podcast is about, and you are going to love it because I know that that's where you want to be. You want to be your own therapist. You don't want to be fucking scrolling on TikTok in your bed every night, bed rotting because you're so afraid to be alone with your thoughts that you have to play a video before you sleep. Was that too specific? Maybe so. So I'm going to share my advice on how I got through that. And you're going to put in the work and it's going to be all on you. Like, it's got nothing to do with me. I'm just sharing fucking words and tips and actionable, things that you can do. It's actually you. You're actually fucking showing up. You're listening to this video. You're watching this video. You are incredible because you are already taking the first step to do this. There's so many people who just fucking flick off this video because they're like, too scary. Don't want to do this right now. But you're already here. Like, what the fuck? Like, you are awesome. Like, fucking good job. Like, what the fuck? Like, you are so awesome. So, like, I know that you have it in you to be able to do this. because you know that some fucked up shit has happened to you, or just really hard things have happened to you, but you know, because you're here, you know you can change that. You have the literal power to change that. You know that. I know you do. So let's get it. On Friday, literally Friday, it's going to be fucking awesome, and I really think it'll help you. Ask me any questions that you want and I will be there for you. I will try and answer all of them. Please be proud of yourself for actually watching this video and being here. Like, please be proud of yourself. I'm really proud of you. I don't even know you, but I know that it's not easy to sit through videos when someone's yelling at you and targeting you and saying things that kind of hurt your feelings. Good on you. I'll see you on Friday. We're gonna have a good old yarn about it. It's gonna be awesome. I'll see you then.